Mercy School of Nursing sat on the corner of 13th and Market in Canton, Ohio. I'm turning my power saver off. Attached to Mercy Hospital. To walk through its doors in the 1950s and 60s was to step into a world of starched uniforms, 6 a.m. chapel, and a code of discipline that shaped girls into nurses. 1958, Kathleen Siegfried. In September 1955, 18-year-old Kathleen Siegfried from Canton climbed the steps of the nurses' residence, suitcase in hand. She was a Central Catholic High School graduate, class of 55, with the quiet determination you saw in a lot of Stark County kids. Mercy in the 1950s was run by the Sisters of Charity of St. Augustine. The program was 3 years, hospital-based. You lived there, worked there, learned there. First year was probes in blue pinstripe uniforms. If you made it through anatomy, fundamentals, and the strict dorm curfews, you earned your white cap in a capping ceremony. Kathleen earned hers in 1956. By 1958, Kathleen was a senior. Days started at 5:30 in the morning with Mass in the hospital chapel. Then on to the wards. Students staffed Mercy Hospital 7 days a week. They made beds, gave bed baths, passed meds, and charted in perfect penmanship. No computers, no disposables. They sterilized glass syringes and sharpened their own needles. Kathleen graduated in June 1958. The ceremony was at Timken High School auditorium. Diplomas from the Mercy School of Nursing carried weight in Canton. She pinned on her Mercy graduate pin a gold cross with a blue center and went to work. She'd later become a nursing supervisor at Massillon State Hospital, where that Mercy training in psych nursing and discipline served her well. 1962, Patricia Stockert, her cousin. 4 years later, Kathleen's cousin, Patricia Stockert, followed. Class of 62. By then, the world was shifting. JFK was president, the hospital got new wings, and Mercy students started doing rotations at Molly Stark TB Sanitarium and Massillon State. Pat's class still lived under Sister Mary Consuela, the legendary director. Rules: no married students. Lights out at 10 p.m. One payphone in the hall, and your cap had to be folded just so. No floppy winks. Pat learned to start IVs with steel needles and mix antibiotics by hand. When President Kennedy was shot in '63, Pat would have been a new grad, likely working the floor when the news hit the hospital intercom. 1964, Barbara Naegeli attends. By 1964, Barbara Naegeli entered. The school had loosened slightly, but only slightly. The '64 class was one of the biggest. Vietnam was heating up and nursing was becoming a career, not just a calling. Barbara's class saw the first wave of disposable equipment, but they still scrubbed bedpans and boiled thermometers. Barbara didn't graduate from Mercy. Life took her another direction, but those months in the residence hall with midnight study sessions and sisters' inspections stayed with her. Many Mercy students left before graduation in the '60s. Marriage, family, or the sheer rigor of the program pulled them out. It was common, not failure. 1968, Connie Naegeli graduates. Then came Connie Naegeli, class of '68. The world outside was on fire. Martin Luther King, Robert F. Kennedy, Tet Offensive. Inside Mercy, it was still discipline, but change was coming. Connie's class trained on the same wards Kathleen had 10 years earlier, but now there were ICU monitors beeping. They learned cardiac care as open heart surgery started at Mercy. Connie graduated in June 1968. 2 months later, Mercy School of Nursing announced it would phase out. The last diploma class was 1971. Like hundreds of hospital schools, Mercy closed as nursing education moved to colleges. Altman and Malone took over training nurses for Starr County. What Mercy was, founded 1908 by the Sisters of Charity, over 2,000 nurses graduated before it closed in 1971. The residence, 4 floors of dorm rooms, a strict house mother, and a tunnel to the hospital so students could go to work in blizzards. The cap. Mercy's cap was unique, white, with a stiff front fold. You could spot a Mercy nurse anywhere in Canton. The training, 44-hour weeks minimum, class plus floor duty, 1 day off per week, $50 a month stipend by the 1960s. The nuns. Sister Mary Consuela ran it for decades. Stern, fair, and she knew every girl's name. If you were late for curfew, you answered to her. The legacy. Mercy grads staffed every hospital in Starr County. They were known as the best bedside nurses because that's all they did for 3 years. Kathleen, Patricia, Connie, and Barbara were part of that line. 4 cousins, 1 school across 13 years. They learned to take blood pressures with a manual cuff, to keep vigil with the dying at 3 a.m., and to carry themselves with a posture Mercy drilled into them. The building is gone now. Mercy Hospital rebuilt. But if you meet a nurse in Canton over 75, ask where she trained. If she says Mercy, she'll stand up straighter, and she'll probably still be able to pull the hospital corner. Okay. That's our remembrance of Kathleen and all the Mercy School of Nursing students.